What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Roster Bubble Series video. Please hit that like button, comment, and subscribe. Share out as well as we get further and further into training camp. The competition for views is going up, and I've been sticking with you guys since the end of minicamp with these Roster Bubble videos, so I would appreciate if you share this out. Also, turn on that notification bell so you know when a live stream pops for your drops. Appreciate y'all coming back overall. Now, the Roster Bubble Series video, in these types of videos, I take a player that's on the roster bubble. With that being said, I talk about their background, their competition, how they can win a spot on the roster, how they can lose a spot on the roster, followed by a prediction at the end. So today's profile is Josh Rivas, guard out of Kansas State, undrafted free agent. He is 6'6", 317. With that being said, in his collegiate career, he played 12 games in his rookie year, freshman year, whatever, 2018. In 2019, he played 13 games. He played 8 games in 2020, and then 13 more games in 2021. So he's pretty experienced at the collegiate level. Here are some characteristics about Josh Rivas, some positives and negatives. Plays with a wide base and has the agility to mirror. He has quick enough feet to be a good run blocker, has some good frame to be a solid pass protector. He has a strong upper half. With that being said, he doesn't have elite quickness, which could be a concern versus NFL rushers inside and out. Relies on strength a lot, which allows defenders to go inside, and has a problem with oversetting and overextending. So, as an undrafted free agent and as a draft pick, or as just a player coming out of college, you would expect these type of flaws for an offensive lineman. With that being said, competition-wise, he is facing competition from the inside and outside, I believe, because there's possibility maybe he goes to the outside as a tackle. So you never know. Showcasing versatility isn't necessarily a bad thing, but you do have to compete against more players. His competition looks like this: Ben Bredesen, who's going to be trying to vie for that backup center role with Nick Gates on PUP, along with Max Garcia. Devery Hamilton, who is a tackle. Shane Lemieux, guard. Jamil Douglas can play all three. Matt Gano, offensive tackle, can play guard as well. And that's pretty much it for that. And Roy from Nigeria as well. But with Rivas, I think there's two things that open up for him. A, Nick Gates on PUP. So if he wants to try to vie for a backup guard role other than a Max Garcia, he could probably fit in there. Possibly. I mean, I'm not making any predictions just yet, but if he plays well enough, he could fit in there. As well as if he wants to switch to the outside, if the Giants coaching staff feels that he's better suited for the tackle spot, Matt Parrott's on PUP, and he's coming off of a torn ACL, so he would only be competing with Devery Hamilton, Matt Gano, and Roy from Nigeria, and he'd probably be second, third in that contest, which means, okay, could he possibly make a backup tackle role? We'll see. How can he win? Stretch and show his versatility, play well among the 2s and 3s, show progression, and push in the ground game. One of the things about him is he's very good as a run blocker, pushing, and also he has quick enough feet. Show progression. I mean, this is something I say with all undrafted free agents. You have to show progression in your game from mini camps and rookie mini camps all the way to training camp and the preseason. There has to be something that you have improved at. If not, the Giants may not take a chance on you, and they will cut you without putting you on the practice squad. So showing your versatility, playing well, winning as many reps as possible, showing progression, and getting some push in the ground game. Because with that being said, pushing in the ground game, very important, even though we may not run a lot this year because there's other backup spots for the running back role. And if somebody loses because the offensive line isn't good enough and that doesn't help their chances, I mean, that just isn't a good look. But there are some open running back spots: Platzkummer, Sean Corbin, Jeremiah Hall, Matt Breida, and Antonio Williams. How can he lose? Sinks in the depth chart, loses reps, quiet but not in a good way, and no progression. I think the last one is one of the more important ones. He has to have progression, and if he doesn't have progression, if he doesn't get better down the stretch, It's just not going to be a smooth sailing experience for Josh Rivas. And once again, you could say that for any undrafted free agent, but he's a little bit more counted out than, say, a Christopher Hinton or a Jeremiah Hall, because we have a ton of guard depth compared to a year ago. A year ago, we were playing guys like Ted Larson and Kenny Wiggins with the first team. And then the second team was full of trash, Jake Burton and Brett Heggie. Those guys were not good enough to make the roster, let alone the practice squad. So he could have made it there, and Nick Filata was one of the guys to say that. But here, I'm going to predict that he does not make the roster. He could, depending on his play in the preseason, he could make the practice squad, but it's all about progression at this point. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on post notifications so you know when a live stream pops or a video drops. Appreciate y'all coming back. Peace out, guys. See you later and stay cool.